What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 16 of the Yap City Podcast. I'm Austin.
JP.
We got a couple guests with us from the Smoking Weeb podcast. Y'all can go ahead and introduce yourselves.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon.
And I'm Ashley.
We all kind of talk about some of the same things, like anime. We're all anime lovers, so this episode will definitely be for y'all.
Absolutely. And keep in mind, we apologize in advance because, again, spoilers are probably coming.
Yeah.
And by probably, I mean definitely.
Listen, y'all. We're going to try to keep it to a minimum, but when we get to talking about anime, sometimes you can't control it.
Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, I've already gotten spoiled from TikTok, and you will. You know, like we were talking about earlier, you're going to get spoiled whether you read the manga or not. You're going to get spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
So, like JP said, it's almost better to be ahead of the curve, you know, because you know what's coming, and it don't hurt you as bad when you see it on social media, because it hurt me.
Listen, I have been trying to explain this to somebody to start reading the manga, but
It be like that sometimes. But you're going to tell me regardless. So.
I'm going to tell her regardless.
That's fine. I think when I got spoiled, JP was just, after I told him, he was just itching. I mean, it was like,
Oh, yeah, it was bad.
yeah.
I was almost falling at the mouth.
I was trying to talk about everything else, and he's like, bro, please. I gotta tell you.
To be fair, I promise I won't say anything about any One Piece spoilers. I'm going to just leave it there because listen, all I'm going to say is we still in Egghead in the manga, and the stuff that's going on in Egghead, this lore drop, it's been intense. That's as far of a spoiler as I'm giving, though. It's like, the lore drop is shit we've been waiting on. And I want to tell you, and I feel like I'm foaming at the mouth, but I'm not going to tell you because with the lore of One Piece, you know it's worth it to watch it.
It's your preference.
We got a buddy that watches One Piece. Shout out Johnny.
Very short.
Does he read the manga?
I think so. You remember Johnny?
I remember Johnny.
You know, Johnny, yeah, he watches One Piece. I never watched it, man. I watched the live action. I thought it was good. I liked it.
There are things that I did like with the live. I like seeing the fact that we have a live Luffy. Like,
yeah.
Luffy's just one of them likable characters, and to see how they cast him in the live action, it was nice. Like, they did good as far as everybody goes.
What you thought about the characters?
Everybody, as far as the casting goes, I think they did perfect.
Did they? Good deal. Okay. Because, like I said, I watched like 10 episodes of the anime, maybe 10, and I think I got to the part where that old man. It's at the beginning. The old man, he had like a dog or something.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know
he
what
owned
you're
that little
talking
shop.
about. Mm-hmm.
I think that's where I got to. Maybe a little past that, and I just don't remember. But my buddy Cody was over here, and I guess he had watched. Cody's watched a little bit, I think, enough to know, I guess. But he turned on the live action, and I was like, damn, this is cool as fuck.
If you feel like One Piece is too long for you,
Oh my god, yeah.
if you feel like One Piece is too long for you, but you are a gamer,
Okay.
I definitely recommend playing a One Piece game because you still get some aspects of like watching the show, like the way that the games are set up. You got to go through literally every arc, to get to the end, basically.
Oh, okay.
So if you feel like you want to partake in One Piece, but not actually sit there and have to watch and build up over 1,000 episodes. I know, it's 1,000 episodes that scare everybody.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it that way, like that's also a way to do it.
Okay.
Because like I realized that like the first actual game that I played that was anime related was Dragon Ball Z, Legacy of Goku. It was Legacy of Goku for me.
Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance.
Yep, Game Boy Advance.
Yep.
I think the only Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball game I played was Jump Force.
See,
I think that's it.
but like, at that point, internet wasn't a huge thing back then.
Right.
Yeah.
But to sit there and be able to play a game that's based off of literally everything that the anime is about, same concept. You
Okay.
pretty much took in the same content. You may be missing a few details, but essentially you're on the same page as everybody else.
Shit. Okay.
And that, like I said, as soon as you brought it up about One Piece, that's what I started thinking about, because you look at every Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, Tenkaichi, Raging Blast, even Fighters. I didn't play it, but I guarantee I know the storyline. I was a 100% completer on Xenoverse, the first one, and I got to about 90% on the second one before they decided to release DLCs for 4 years. So again, I gave up on it.
At least we got Spark and Zero coming out.
That's what I was gonna say. It's essentially either that or you could play. Was it Legend of Goku?
It was Kakarot.
Yes, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Kakarot is where you could play
You're playing the entire Dragon Ball saga, like all of it. And again, it's fun. It's entertaining. You can go through there and watch it, and like you'll be able to pick up. Because I started thinking about it, and it's like, yeah, I know the Dragon Ball story, but I feel like, why do I know it so well? It's because every game
sat there and played through the game.
That
The entire, like, you did everything. You got to go through these fights. You got to do this big fight with this villain. It was you.
get to
So
see it. And of course, they do a good job of incorporating the actual show, so you can see what happened in the actual show, and then for the game purposes, the spin-off, like the twist that they did.
Yep.
So your mission's slightly different, and you're gonna have a slightly different outcome. But again, they showed you that. So
One Piece does do that though too.
Also,
Yeah.
Because I played the first
Yep.
one, I think.
Okay.
and also, I know they're talking about they're doing a remake for One Piece.
Yeah. I was
they
just gonna say
are
that.
like, okay, so with the studio that originally handled Attack on Titan is teaming up, and I can't remember
Original.
what
Not
studio.
Mappa.
Okay. Okay.
I can't remember what other studio it is teaming up with them, but they are teaming up to redo One Piece, because if you think about it, One Piece came out in '99.
Yeah.
So like it was airing at a point in time where quality just wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
The dub and like dubbing wasn't lining up with the sub.
No.
Stuff like that. So they just kind of going back and wanting to remake it and do some of those earlier episodes, because quality in the episodes now is like movie quality.
Yeah.
Every episode. And they kind of wanting to go back and kind of fix that and clean some things up and make sure that the lines line up, and so that nobody's confused.
Exactly.
Everybody on the same page,
Exactly. And I think when that comes out, that's going to be a point in time where I'm going to hit you up for sure and be like, I started it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. I think I'll watch
Essentially,
it.
they say they're going to take out a lot of the filler.
That's gonna be another thing. Like the
Yeah.
arcs,
Because some
the-
stuff you just
the arcs, as long as the arcs go, because I can say Whole Cake was one of those arcs that took a long time.
that.
But they said that a lot of that, Foxy was another one, and Foxy, I'm gonna just give you fair warning. Foxy, I know a lot of people out there love Foxy. I don't. Okay, I don't. I hate it. Long Ring, Long Land.
Yeah.
I want to
That was tough.
just go ahead and get that out, because we had just came off of something that was fairly good. I want to say I can't remember exactly what it was, because it was so long ago and so much has happened. But like
Shows
it was
them
just one of them ones that was like, do we really need Afro Luffy? Like what is the purpose of Afro Luffy? I feel like what?
Like, it was a cool character,
But-
but at that time it was just like,
You were at a point in One Piece, like you had been watching it so much, you have consumed so much, and some of it was gas, and then at this point, it's just kind of like you own the boat and you there for the ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Kinda like
really
watching
feel like it.
Naruto, and you got an entire season of Kakashi joining the Anbu, and you just like,
But see, that's the thing.
why?
But
Come
even
on.
with that though, like that was filler. Like that was
Exactly.
legit
That's
filler.
what I'm just like,
With One Piece, is not filler though. Like this isn't filler. It's canon to the story.
but it's just,
But it's just slow. It's slow. And there's certain arcs that do that, but with them remaking it, they fixing that. They fixing all the pacing issues. Arcs that took like 100 and something episodes probably gonna be cut down to maybe like 20, 30.
That's tolerable. That's
Yeah.
tolerable. I think I can manage that.
Yeah. Me too.
But I mean, that's usually the problem when I don't ever recommend One Piece, just because I haven't watched it enough to recommend it.
Yeah.
But I've watched Naruto, and every time I go back and watch Naruto again, I realize I didn't watch as much as I thought I did, because I was like, I thought I seen every bit of it. But again, with so much filler, I think when I was watching it, I watched it as it was live dropping, like when I was young. It first came out, and I was to a point where it wasn't that I just felt like I was too old to watch it, but I was like, oh, my little cousin watches this show. I'm not gonna be like hyped up over it. And then hanging out with him, spending time with him, he had the video game and all this. I'm like, oh, they throwing hands.
Yeah.
This is gas.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting Ninja Academy 2 on GameCube. Straight action. So I'm just like, okay, this is good. And I watched it and then kind of got out of it. And then when I got my own place, got older, I was like, man, I want to watch something on TV. Let me go back and make sure I can finish, because it was still airing. Like, it was still like
yeah.
to the point where...
See, I want to say that was how I got back into Naruto. I ended up, it was when I got grown and I moved out and I had a PlayStation 2. And I ended up getting one of the Naruto games. I can't remember which one it was. One of the Storm games. Ninja Storm 2, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
And started playing through it and got introduced to some of the Shippuden stuff. And the furthest I had watched was Naruto, just regular Naruto. And I said, wait, motherfucker growing up now?
Yeah.
Hold on now. And actually, got invested more. I had a laptop at the time, and I was like, okay, we can find the website to watch the shows and figure out what's going on. Because at this point, you're curious. You want to know. You asked the question. All right, we done seen Naruto in this Nine-Tails mode. Let's go in here and see if we can find. You just on Google, you type in. Let's see how Naruto looks full on Nine-Tails.
Yeah.
And you go in there and you see something, you like, wait, there's a YouTube video. He transformed?
Yep.
Where did this come
What?
from? When did this happen?
And I legit remember the moment seeing Naruto versus Pain through a YouTube video. And I was like, wait a minute. Why did Hinata go fly? Wait a minute.
She summoned that she created that new juice, the Lion's Barrage. I was like, all right, that's hard. And then,
Bruh,
I don't mean to cut you off. I need both opinions on that fake ass Sakura scream. You don't love him. You never did.
Listen.
Trust me, you'll get it one day. But she just, we need help. We need
Bro.
Naruto. But hey, that entrance was hard.
Hey, that was probably one of the coldest entrances.
I think I've shown you that one where it shows him popping up in the smoke, where he hit the PJ Washington pose, standing on business, and he's
on
the
the
stage,
toads.
standing on the toads.
The toad on top of the toad.
Yeah, and then with the big toes in the back, posted up with him, the big homie.
That was probably one of the coldest
I was like,
entrances
yeah,
to a
that's
fight. It was like, hey, he gonna come, he back,
Okay.
and bro mean business this time.
Absolutely. Ain't no sexy jutsu, ain't no
No.
water balloon jutsu. It's
Straight hands and Rasengans.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget the extra Rasengan. And if you're still hungry after them two, guess what you got?
Talk no jutsu.
Boy, don't even get me started.
That's a whole
Don't
different situation.
Talk no jutsu is essentially, for the people that don't know, you're a bad guy? Well, let me tell you something real quick, buddy.
This is why you don't have to be bad.
You don't. There's people in this world that will accept you. There's people that can... And Talk no jutsu turned Gaara into a Kazekage.
Talk no jutsu turned
Which is
that
top
man
of the
into
top
a
of his
full-on
village.
man
Like-
with
That
responsibilities,
was
bro.
crazy.
It's like being the mayor of your city. Because Naruto said, you don't have to go kill people. You don't have to be a bad guy. Just be nice. And Gaara's like, you know what? Naruto, you're my friend. Thank
We're buddies.
you. And it's just like, oh, okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it was
Shukaku is cool now. Shukaku ain't killing people. And again, I think it's really because they just put Shukaku in his place.
Yeah.
Again, a little bit more. Are you up to date on two
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yes. I'm glad that we got here.
That's crazy.
I'm glad that we got here because
What about you?
she hadn't watched Boruto. She hadn't watched Boruto yet. She knows a little
Keep
bit
in
about
mind,
it though.
I would not recommend Boruto for anybody, especially not the anime, because it's almost
Naruto.
pointless.
It's Naruto basically.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
Naruto,
sequel.
but it's a bunch of filler.
It's pointless filler. Like it's stuff that you're watching and you're just like, all right, get to the fight.
I get
Okay,
it.
Get to the fight.
Like I get it because when Boruto started airing, there was not a lot to the manga. Like,
Exactly.
it really was not a lot to the manga.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, we can put this out, but we got to find something to fill the time until this arc actually finishes.
So
Which
they
is
had a
why you'll watch Boruto and it's like something will pop off at the beginning and you don't really get to handle that right off the bat because we got to do this. We got to go to school. We got to
classroom
we got to do
episodes where you're
this.
just
We got to do the bullshit missions where we got to go and save the cat or save the dog, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then when it actually gets to the point where we actually going into the arc, it's good.
Boom. It
I
is.
mean, like, it's legit good. And then you get through the arc, and after the arc, it's like, all right, we back to this. We gotta bullshit.
Yeah,
we gotta
slow, and it's like, man,
we gotta go and save the dog again because the dog, apparently people don't know how to put their dogs in the damn house.
Yeah, but again, just like Naruto and then Shippuden, like up the speed, up everything. Two Blue Vortex started off, bing,
I mean, right
Straight
off
bangers.
the bat.
just straight.
Like, literally, I don't think they dropped a chapter that I've been like, no, every chapter that has dropped, I have been like, yo,
Fire.
like they literally gave it the Naruto Shippuden treatment.
And I mean, it so far it's fire, just fire. Just imagine Naruto Shippuden, like towards the end, where you're like, man, this is good. Like these arcs are good, but it starts there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's like it's gas. I kind of want to back up. I just don't want to get my hopes too high in case they do take off a little bit.
the next generation of ninja, when you see this shit animated, like when this shit does get animated and you actually see where they've, like, everybody done kind of aged up to where Naruto and them was. Like, Boruto's 16 at this point.
Yeah.
And, like, everybody's about Naruto's age when he was in Shippuden.
Yeah.
So, like, think about how Naruto came back and he had powered up initially when he was introduced in Shippuden. But, like, this is a new world. This is not the same world. They have access to more technology.
That's gonna
They
advance
friends
faster.
with other nations and stuff at this
Yeah.
point.
That's what they
Like,
do
Right,
So-
because time has passed since the war. So instead of it
Yeah.
being in a time of war where y'all fighting, it's a time of like knowledge where you're reaching out for more information on how to do this. How to
and
do that.
literally, like, the opportunities that the kids get now versus the opportunities that they got back when Naruto and them were kids. Like, we talking about village exchange programs. Kids from other villages coming into that village to learn how to do this, and this.
Certain
Them
shit.
getting to go to other villages and be in them other villages learning how to do X, Y, and Z. Like, stuff like that would have never flown over in Naruto Shippuden.
And-
You know?
It's almost to a point also where the age of the ninja is starting to become extinct. So they're using technology to like enhance their ninja shit.
Yeah.
So they got ninja tools, and even like the very beginning of Boruto, he has like a wristband that has different affinities and different chakra natures that he can tap into to
Different
do his shit.
jutsus.
And I go, so he's got like a Rasengan jutsu where he, boop.
And it just
Full
pop
on.
out.
And
Not
it's
using
like
your
the
chakra.
dog.
Exactly. He had to get it out the mud, and now it's
Some
just like
shit,
Yeah.
easy.
Like, it's
but okay, I can see how.
it's good.
And again, it creates more of like a almost like a moral struggle where it's like, man, we're ninja.
Yeah.
We know how to do this stuff. Like we've been trained. We know how to use our jutsus, our chakras, and everything else. Why are we
Right.
now going into this? And it's like, well, because he knew how to do all that, and I fought him not knowing how to do all that, and I just whooped his ass.
Mhm.
So, what am I really supposed to do? Rely on hoping that I have a good lineage, my DNA is good, because
Right.
otherwise, SOL, I'm fodder.
Listen.
The name of the show is Boruto, and my name is Shinra. So
Listen,
it's like what I'm supposed
All
to
I'm gonna
do.
say is the name of the show is Boruto, but I'm gonna just say this right off the bat. After the last chapter, that ain't the main character, bro. That ain't the main character. That is not the main character.
No.
That is not the main character.
I mean,
Kind of, to an extent, but I feel like
right
that
now
show,
it's definitely like showing a different side where it's gonna be like, this needs to be the
Like-
focal point.
to put it like this, without saying too much, know that Naruto had 2 kids. Just know that
Remember that.
Naruto had 2 kids.
Remember that.
Just literally.
They show you that early in
Like,
Boruto.
for real. They show you that early in Boruto. Just know that it's not just Naruto. Naruto had 2 kids. That's all I'm going to say.
3 kids.
Well, adoption. But
Yeah. He adopted Boruto.
he
As far as
adopted
they
him.
all concerned right
Man.
now.
But yeah, no, it's listen.
What was your favorite part?
Naruto, Bluebird. My
Okay,
favorite part.
respect it.
Hey, I give you that. I give you
The
that.
intro song.
Bluebird. That's the one. That's the one that I could about sing in Japanese
I
because
just
I heard it
it
so many times.
just the
Yes.
first time that 2 days ago, I think. I just heard. I was driving to Newport for work, and I didn't want to like just jam music because I had one of my coworkers in there, and I mean, he's a Chinese guy, so he doesn't speak any English really, and I was like, well, let me throw on some. I turned on the I don't know what it's called, the Demon Slayer intro.
Welcome to this segment of Is It Racist?
No. I wanted to make him feel comfortable. That's it. That's all it was. And I understand that most of it was Japanese songs,
Japanese.
but he lived in Japan for 10 years. So I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
okay. So he spoke Japanese and stuff. So I was like, all right. I turned on the Demon Slayer song.
He started bobbing his head. He's like,
And
hey, this body shit.
well, as soon as I turned it on, he's like, Google Translate. He's like, pointing to his phone, and I was like, what? And it said, I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap. I was like, all right. Okay. So
He
I
said, man, turn this shit off.
yeah. So I let that play, and then Bluebird came on right after the Demon Slayer song, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
He was like, this hard.
I was like, hold up. Turn it up a little bit. I was like,
Well, as
hang
soon as you hear
on. It was good as fuck, man.
That's what I said. As soon as you heard it now, when you get on TikTok, you're going to randomly see DJs going. And then hit play, and you just go hear Bluebird, and you go like, what the fuck?
This makes 0 sense.
And I love it. You know what I mean?
What's your favorite like intro or outro song on any show?
Yeah, that
This
is.
is hard. That's hard.
I think, like I said, I really like Rumbling,
Yeah,
On
I did
Attack on
too.
Titan. but my favorite, I think, it might have to be the Yu Yu Hakusho intro. Like, because it's so good.
There's
I'll
too
have to
many
check it
hard
out.
hitters, man. It like I've watched too much, and there's too many songs to choose from.
I don't know what it's called, but the outro. What is it? The first season of Jujutsu Kaisen, where they're like
The cartoon,
comic
the watercolors
characters.
and shit.
Yeah, gotta get it home. We gotta move it.
Okay. That
Solid.
that ending is
I like that one.
yeah,
It was good.
that's a good one. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on the Tokyo Ghoul opening. I'm stuck on Tokyo Ghoul opening. However, let me also say, with that Tokyo Ghoul opening, also the voice actor that voice acted Uta for the One Piece movie film Red did a cover of Tokyo Ghoul's opening. And when I say that listen. Just go look at it. Just go listen to the song. Is the Tokyo Ghoul opening by Ado, and geez, man, the original already a cold anyway, but she took it because she sings, like she legit sings.
Just like
And-
Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Was it Lisa?
Mm-hmm. Ado is like another one. Of she literally could. In my head, I kind of feel like they tick for tack, to be honest, because
That's
they
fair.
both can sing, man.
When you go back, what's crazy is you see the discography of Lisa, you like, Jesus Christ.
She has been making
everything.
music for everything.
Yeah. Next time you start looking up songs, you probably just go through there. Lisa,
Okay.
the Demon Slayer.
When I was playing
artist.
that stuff on the way to Newport, a One Piece song did come up. I mean, I think it was literally called "We Are One Piece" or something, but
We are.
it was
the OG.
it
That's
was
the
making
OG
me feel like I
opening.
wanted to be on the pirate ship. I was like, "Hey,
yeah.
this is cool."
I don't think I'm.
Said, "Come on, get aboard, get on the boat." He told you get on the boat. The song.
So is that the one you're gonna pick?
Tokyo Ghoul.
Just to keep it simple.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's my
What
safe
about
zone.
you? What do you think?
I think I'm gonna have to go with
From
Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Kick back. Okay.
That one just
Hit.
It do
as soon
hit.
as it comes on.
I thought that show was good. Somebody had watched it. One of my buddies, I can't remember who it was, but somebody had watched it and they were telling me that it was one of the worst animes they've ever seen. I was
Listen.
like, man, come on.
I knew
thought
it was
good.
I knew it was a good anime when that was literally the first time that we had actually went to Comic-Con when Chainsaw Man was coming out, and we saw people at Comic-Con dressed up as that man in his chainsaw form.
Oh,
And I was
did
like,
you? Yeah.
okay, at this point, nah, people can't say that this show not good if folks putting all the
Especially over
effort to
here.
come in
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Yeah.
It's a huge American influence.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Huge.
It's so good. And
I
so
thought it
some
was
of them
really
episodes, you
good.
were just like,
And
Yeah.
the animation looked great to me. I was
It-
like, damn,
movie
it's
quality.
so fun. Yeah,
If we
exactly.
being honest,
So
it was movie
good.
quality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. And, you know, I was told about it. My buddy Cody told me about it. He's like, you got to watch it. And yeah, shout out, I guess. But, he was like, dude, it's all about just this kind of nobody guy. And he's just wanting to touch a titty. And I was like, what?
I know a guy like that.
He's like, that's all he wants to do. I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And I watched it, and the devils or whatever that he kills, they all look badass. The first one I seen, I was like, damn, this is cool.
I'm about to put them on to something.
Don't say High School DxD.
No.
That's
You seen it?
What was the show with the symphonies and whatnot?
oh,
Tact Op Destiny.
Tact Op Destiny.
Tact Op Destiny
That's
is
so
a
good.
it is a show that premiered on Crunchyroll, and it's about this guy who lives in what is a kind of like an apocalyptic United States. Like it takes place here, and there
Sounds
are
like
these.
Chicago.
No, it's like everywhere. Like
Bro,
they be everywhere in the
Okay.
U.S. Like we be moving around.
Yeah.
But starts off it's a guy and his friend, and typical anime trope. She dies,
Okay.
and
Shout out Rika.
but she comes back, but it's not her. It's these things that are called music arts, and they have powers, but they powers kind of go deal with music. And it's like classical music at that.
Okay.
But like animation, fire.
Talking his
The
language.
story, fire. Like it is gonna make you. It's one of those animes that's gonna make you feel. And then by the time that it ends, because it's 12 episodes, and it's a anime for a game that they ended up following up that follows what happens in the anime.
What's
So
it
the
called?
anime is kind of like a prequel to this game.
What's it called?
Tact Op Destiny. And I mean, like, it was one that came out, and I'm telling you, when I saw it, I was just kind of like, eh. But sitting there and watching it, I was like, yo, hey, bro, you gotta watch this, because, hey, this,
It's crazy.
it's good, though. And I mean, it's short, it's sweet,
It should be more to it.
It should be a
How it
lot
ends,
more
you're
to
just
it.
like,
All right. So again, just to keep it like on the theme, we'll start with you this time since we did you last. What is your favorite one season anime? Like I said,
One
short and
season?
sweet. Yeah.
I caught man.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's definitely fair. Because again, it's good, and if you know, you know.
Heartbreak.
It was like Game of Thrones, the anime.
Yeah.
The first like
Basically.
5
Yeah,
seasons of Game of
literally.
Thrones.
Basically.
That's how I
Yeah.
started explaining it. Because there's so many people that are like, anime, I wouldn't watch that. Have you seen this Game of Thrones? I didn't think I would like that. And then I started watching it and it really drew me in. I go, oh, you think you like that? Watch this anime. It's only one season. It's like 23, 24 episodes. But again, it starts off, it draws you in early within like the second episode when you see what's going on. You're like, oh, shit. I want to see what's about to happen. And then within about the 4th or 5th episode, that's when the wheels kind of run right off the vehicle. And you're like, what the fuck?
And it just
And-
keeps going.
Keeps going. And you're just, there's no brakes. There's no steering. You're
At
just
all.
in there. And it's just,
Yeah.
Listen.
Throughout the whole thing until you just devastated.
wore out, tired. You don't know what to do no more. You just like
I quit watching it for a long time because of it, bro. Multiple times. Yeah, I was like, I'll try, and then somebody
That's
else. I'm like, all
No,
right, I'm good.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't watch it.
Yep.
I'm just like,
I'd have to think. Let me see. One season anime. Life Lessons with Uramichio Nissan.
talk about it.
Listen,
I've never seen it.
y'all.
Never heard of it.
Y'all,
It's funny.
when I tell y'all, this show is literally grown ass motherfuckers
Nice.
who work on the set of a child show.
Oh,
Okay? When I say that this show is literally just grown motherfuckers complaining about their job and everything that they have to do in
like a
life.
live look at the Wiggles.
Bruh,
Like,
yes.
that's what makes my mind
Yes.
think of.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is, but it's just,
It's just us.
it's
Real
us.
people.
Like,
Yeah.
it is real
Like,
people.
real people being the Wiggles. Like,
Yes.
all right, we're done with fruit salad. I'm tired of this shit, man. Like, that's what
Like,
runs
dude
through
be on screen, yeah, hey, yes, kids, okay, we're having a good day. As soon as he get up, man, fuck these kids. Like, shit like that,
yeah,
you
I'm
know.
at work, man. Like, I ain't doing this shit for the love of the game. I'm at work. Yeah.
But one is like, I would just explain this one scene because this was funny to me. But there's one dude that's kind of soft spoken on the show, and he was that somebody came up to him and was trying to introduce this person to him. He was like, "Well, his name is Dick," and I'm talking about it was like the funniest shit because he just starts giggling, and he's like, what's wrong?" He said, "You said his name." "Yeah, no, his name's Dick." And dude's just steady, like the laughter and the fact that he's trying to hold the laughter in. It was funny as shit because, like, it's shit you can relate to. But yeah, no, it's so funny. And then the kids say off the wall shit to the adults and shit like that. Are you gonna just be alone forever?
Damn.
You ain't never have a boyfriend.
Damn.
Shit, just
That's
sound like
real
some
life
kids.
shit.
like, that's what I'm saying. But it's like one season and the shit is just so funny. I hope it comes back with another season. I don't know. I just happened to come across it because I seen a clip on Twitter and was like, you know what? Let's add this to the list. Put her onto it. She's like, this shit funny.
Right. Right.
I've been there for it, but it's funny. Definitely recommend if you want something that's just gonna have you laughing.
And it's quick.
All right. So with that, lock in.
Oh, God.
I would have said, if nobody else had said, I probably would have said a comment because that's the one I try to put people on. One season, to the point. I said it's a good length season, but again, I think you're going to experience all the emotions with it. So because I'm mistaken, I'm going to use a different one. Have y'all ever watched Blood Lad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But Blood Lad was one that I just like stumbled upon. I'm like, I just need something for background noise. I'm not going to take it seriously or anything like that. Turn it on, and I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God, it's hilarious. It's funny the shit that he's going through because it's like the son of the devil, but he's not really. Like, he's a vampire as well in a world full of like just demons. And then like vampires kind of stand above him a little bit, but he's like both. Like, he's got all the access to like all the demon powers and shit, but he is blood related to like the demons. So he's coming through there, and it gets to a point where was it somebody got kidnapped or
Yeah,
the girl,
the human
ghost,
girl.
yeah, I guess dies or whatever.
And she had wandered into wherever they stayed.
And wasn't supposed to be there for that long. So then she had got there and was still there and would have that little headband on, identifying she's a ghost. I'm like, okay. But then is the references, like I said, before, I'll be completely honest, before y'all came, we were listening to a couple of y'all's episodes, find them on Spotify. We'll link it. We'll talk to the editor. We'll get it in there.
Yeah.
But we were listening to episodes and we saw y'all talking about Dragon Ball references, Dragon Ball Z references.
Oh, yeah.
I go, that's a perfect one.
Yeah.
To talk about that because I'm sitting there waiting. I go, Blood Lad. Because he literally starts charging up his command wave, and they go, wait, copyright, we can't do it.
Oh, yeah, you were talking
They cancel
about
it
that
out.
on that one
And I'm just
episode.
like, bro, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the place that it finished, it was like just showing, all right, like y'all have had fun. Now it's gonna get serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wolf Boy and all that.
Yep.
Doing the fighting, and I'm like, oh shit, this is about to get good. And it aired in 2008.
Yep.
So it's like Oh, okay.
Well,
That's it.
we just
Exactly.
sitting on that.
Yeah.
Just sitting on that.
Like I
You
said,
got that one season.
Oh, and if it wouldn't have been for the second season, I would have said, like, what, Noragami?
That's gas,
Yato,
bro.
the Calamity
That
God.
is
I was
so
like,
gas.
No, another one.
That's
That should have only been one season.
that should have been one season.
Promise Neverland.
Okay, I've heard.
That second season was
Trash. I've heard people say that because
They
they
gave
sped it up,
it.
didn't
They gave
Yeah.
it the Game of Thrones treatment.
Like the
That
last two
whatever
seasons.
they did to that last season of Game of Thrones, they definitely did that same thing to Promise Neverland.
That first season was
The first season of Promise Neverland was
something.
it set the bar high.
I do want to go back and actually watch it, but
I don't.
I won't.
I wanna read it.
I just watched the first season.
I want to read it. I'm gonna just go back and read it because I can't put myself back through that torture. Like
Fair.
seriously, it was rough. That was rough. We literally finished that just to finish it, like just to say we finished it.
I've been there.
Yeah.
You got any? One season?
I mean, I don't think I've watched many one season. What's Chainsaw Man, 1 or 2?
That's one
That's
currently.
one.
So
Yeah,
that fits for now.
yeah. I mean, if it would be, I think the only ones I've watched out of one season is Chainsaw Man and Akame. So probably Chainsaw Man, just because it didn't hurt me like Akame did. That's why I'm choosing that one over.
From what I
Akame.
can say, and I hadn't read the manga, but this is just from comments that I see from our little group that we're in on Facebook and stuff like that. It's gonna hurt. Just want you to know.
Eat a heads up, baby.
Just prepare yourself. Just prepare yourself now. It's gonna hurt.
I didn't. I did. Okay, so when I first got into anime, it was because of him, obviously. But I didn't expect to like get crushed. Almost every show I fucking watch, I'm like, dude, just
You
because.
didn't warn him?
But before I started watching anime, I was like, I feel like I was a lot of people out here like, man, fuck anime. I ain't watching anime. What the fuck?
Cartoons?
Yeah, what the fuck? And then like I said, I started watching the Akame, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch a show where I can't,
Get attached to anybody.
yeah, get attached to anybody. And then I started watching Attack on Titan. I was like, let me give it another shot, man. Turn on Attack on
Literally
Titan.
turned
Like
to a show that you
three,
can't get attached to other people.
Yeah, yeah. And but the I don't know the storyline, the fight, everything about Attack on Titan, like you said earlier, it's art.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's incredible, and that's when I was like, "Yep, I'm stuck in this world. I'm
Mhm.
fucking stuck." And I mean, I'm still new to the game. Really, I mean, I've only seen, I think, 6 shows and
Oh,
counting,
I
but
remember when it was just
Man.
6.
Man.
Oh.
boy, but every
Seemed
single
like that was a
one
long
hurts.
time ago.
Jujutsu Kaisen hurts.
Oh.
And really, it hasn't hurt like bad. I mean, there was definitely times where I was like, "No, fuck," but
Yeah.
then the spoiler hurt me bad. I was like, "All right, well, I shouldn't have expected anything less."
Yeah,
Fuck,
for sure.
it hurt me bad, dude. I threw my
Yeah.
phone as soon as I seen it. I was like, "Yep, I'm fucking done."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one last recommendation for a one season one, and I'm gonna butcher the name. The important part is Cabaneri, and I want to say the Iron Fortress or Iron Defense, Iron Heart maybe.
I hadn't heard of that one.
It was an HBO Max anime. Like I saw it through there. Essentially, everybody. I don't know if there was like a poison or a mist that got spread into the world. Everybody gets like this heart infection, and everyone's gonna be subject to essentially like Walking Dead. Like you're gonna turn to zombies, but it ain't the Walking Dead zombies. It's like the Dying Light. What's the word? Hostiles.
Oh.
The ones that come out at night.
Oh.
Like
Them.
World War Z zombies. Like
Oh God,
they own you. So it's that kind
Them
of shit.
things.
And the
Yeah.
only way to stop them is you have to like puncture like deep enough in their heart. But keep in mind these used to be people and now they're not. So when you do that, you're effectively killing them. And there's one guy who's gone in and like modified his arm to have like a piercer and stuff like that. And you get introduced to more characters. And essentially none of them are really worth a fuck. There's no like power system. Like
Yeah.
it's not like he has powers. It's people getting it out the mud. Like you gotta survive. So it's like, all right, I got this. And you watch and you understand like people have the ulterior motives where they think that the people with them want this.
Yeah.
When in reality, they're all aware of something else, and it's like we're sacking people, like sacrificing people that know what's going on because we have to keep our little society right.
Right.
And then once they have like an actual princess, the time tells all the time, like, there's a princess who's been sheltered, but she's like, no, I'm a trained fighter. Like, I want to go do this. Badass. And essentially they think they find a cure.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's stuff like that. Like, I won't ruin it for you, but it's only like one season. I watched like the entire thing in like a day.
What's it called?
The important word you're going to see is
forgot.
Kabineri. K-A-B, either A-N or E-N-E-R-I. And something with, I think I want to say the Iron Heart. I'm going to screw it up. But again, it's if you get Kabineri and Heart, it'll pop up.
Okay.
The dude, it starts off, he's a regular guy. He gets an interaction with him, and he essentially has like modified like his whole body to like stay alive. Like he's got like an eye patch, the whole arm thing, fighting again, badass.
Listen,
And he turns in like a half heart.
we were recently recommended to start the anime Berserk by our what would you call her? Graphic designer? Well, shout out Erica anyway.
Shut up.
Thank you, Erica.
Appreciate you. But she put us on
Have y'all gotten
to Berserk. We hadn't started it just yet, but she gave us the recommendation, and she said that. And
She don't
trust,
like y'all.
listen,
She don't like y'all.
listen. To be our friend, you just have to know what shows to recommend. If you recommend good shows, me and you gonna get along nicely. Mind you, me and Erica also share the same birthday. We just a year apart. So at the same time, it's just kind of like one of them things. Like, hey, I know you in the anime. She put us on the Vinland Saga. If you ain't watched Vinland Saga, watch Vinland Saga.
I've heard
That's
about it
Vikings.
for sure.
That's Vikings and.
Yeah, that's a really good.
I think there's only one anime I refuse to watch, and I think it's because it's been recommended to me so much, and it's Castlevania.
That's actually good.
Is it?
You watched Castlevania,
did
didn't
watch
you?
it. It's actually it's something you keep it
It's an American anime, right?
It's on Netflix.
I think
I want to say it's American anime. I hadn't watched it. But yeah, no, it's Netflix. That's Netflix that's doing that.
I think his problem
I've
is
heard-
the people that recommend it are people that recommend a lot of dumb shows.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
like say dumb shit.
Yeah.
all the time.
Like
Shout out
constant-
Ryan.
Shout out Ryan.
It's a good show. You do have to have a
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I've heard of Vinland Saga though. I heard it was good as fuck.
Vinland Saga. That first season of Vinland Saga is crazy. Like, you are going on a wild ride. But then that second season is kind of like a cool down from the ride that you went on. But you will understand it after you see everything play out in the first season. You understand why that second season is so slow.
Oh, okay.
But it builds to a point that gets you to what is setting up the third season. And like, it's just you watching mainly for one character specific character development, because let's just be real, bro had it rough.
It's like Attack on
Bro
Titan
had it
season
rough.
3, how
But
that builds up.
yeah, like the build up is just that's literally what season 1 is. It's building you up for season 2. But season 2 is just gonna seem like it is so slow. But it's because there's a lot of shit I'll just give you this much. There's a time skip from season 1 to season 2. And we got to deal with baggage from season 1 before we can do anything in season 2.
Right.
And once we deal with that baggage in season 2, then we can move to a season 3.
Okay. I've heard a lot about it.
But yeah,
Actually, Ryan, I'm pretty sure he's the one that told me about
All right,
Vinland Saga.
won't be
'cause
watching. I'm telling
he's
you.
won't be watching it, yeah.
but Berserk though, I've heard stories and I'm kind of scared to start this.
Trust me, if they got you watching the actual anime or the movie, like
The
movie
anime.
saga? Okay. I genuinely just was like, cause I downloaded my Prime Amazon Prime through the TV.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sign in. I want to make sure everything's good connected to my TV so I can just click it. So I go, I got a Vizio, shout out. like Walmart. You know what I mean? I go on there. I go, where's the Crunchyroll at?
Yeah.
No Crunchyroll at. Huh?
Oh, I was wondering if you ever found if it ever
No,
ain't
They
that
ain't got it on
shit.
Vizio.
So of course I have to go through Amazon Prime and sign in through there. But can I just sign in? No. I have to create a new login through them. Yes. So I had to cancel out my old Crunchyroll account and then create a new one.
Oh,
Sign
that's
in with
bullshit.
new stuff
Yeah.
through Amazon so I could log in and do it. They start their free trial. That's the only option.
Man,
There's not a
Jeff
login
Bezos
option.
is out here.
Banking.
Yeah.
Mackenzie's still getting that bread, baby. Holla at me. But Berserk. When I said Erica does not like you guys, you smiling. Stop. Just get ready to stop. Because again, when I was talking, what were we talking about? When I said ain't shit funny about Yuji, like lost his mom.
Listen. This is
Guts
gonna be me.
never had one.
I feel like I'm gonna be like this the whole time I'm watching Berserk.
It's gonna be like that right again. And then they start showing you the backstory of the main character, and you're just like,
Oh dear.
you. Berserk is an anime that I would recommend for you for sure. Again, also I would recommend it. I don't want to say for like anime newcomers necessarily, but you know the people you're talking to, and when you have people that are like, I only want to see fighting, I only want to see action, Berserk, because it's straight gore, straight action.
That's always what I've heard about
to
Berserk.
Give one part, there's a part where the main character fights a 1v100. And notice how I said there's a part where he does that. That's not the end of the show. So that'll let you know what happens. When I watched that part, I was just like...
I feel like I've been saying this a lot today, but... And I sigh.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's just there's a couple people. Again, it's a fodder fight. You know, 1v100, you know what you're getting into.
Right.
There's probably like one general and then a bunch of fodder.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of people that you watch get sliced in half. And there's no, oh, well, maybe we can resurrect. Nah, he's there. Now in two pieces, he's dead. And there are some plot twists that come in. Because what I did is there was a movie like saga, like a trilogy on Netflix that pretty much give you the whole point that you need up until an eclipse. Yeah. And I'll just leave that at that because at the eclipse you understand something's supposed to happen. And then what I've just found, again, because I got my Amazon Prime subscription and all that, I'm just going through there looking for background noise. I see Berserk and I go, okay, where are they at? And it's like an entire season that is showing me. It's like 24, 25 episodes. And I click, and it shows the main character. And in the intro, it shows his entire crew that he had before, like, the eclipse and all that stuff. And I go... But it also shows a new crew that he's going to assemble, like, walk. Essentially, he's prepared to walk a lonely road. And there's people that naturally want to cling to him because he's strong. He's stronger than everyone. Right. So obviously they're just like, if I go with you and we can make a new guild and like band together and do this, I'll help you. I'll do whatever you need me to do. Yeah. And he goes, what the fuck are you talking to me? Like, can you not see I'm miserable? Right. Leave me alone. I would like to continue to be miserable over here by myself. Yeah. And they're just like, nah, I gotta be with you, dog. Like, you the big homie. Like, kind of like Donkey and Shrek. You know what I mean? Right. Shrek was like, leave me alone. Get out, be swamp. And what was Donkey? In the morning,
you gotta have friends.
It's stuff like that. And, you know, I'll be honest, there's very little comedy. Like, it's not, when I say ain't shit funny, ain't shit funny. And then every time they do a flashback, get the napkins, get the paper towels, get the tissue paper. Because it's sad. When they, keep on, I watch a couple anime pages and they talk about most hoed characters or most shitty like upbringings, backgrounds. Guts, the main character from Berserk, is always like, all right, that's not fair. You can't put him in there because it's so bad. I'll tell you about it later because again, I don't think it'll ruin it for you. I think it'll just make you go. It'll just take that smile away a little bit beforehand.
The fact that you didn't tell me what you didn't told me now was enough.
Oh, again, yeah, ain't shit funny. Like,
the fact that ain't shit funny is that's more than enough.
Great action, but again, it's really good. And even if you want to start off, I'll double check when we get done with this. But whatever they got you watching, If it's the actual full show, then continue with that. But if it's the same thing that I'm thinking that it is, that I saw, you'll want to watch the movie trilogy. Maybe there's a fourth one.
Okay.
But you'll want to watch them. And again, they're like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours each. Again, you can sit down. Me and Chase have done this, where we sat down and just watched like all three of them in the same day. Where you have one of them days you ain't doing nothing. You can't.
Right.
All right, we'll go ahead and turn this on.
And just be there.
Oh my God, what's about to happen? The movie's over. Oh, where's the next one? Okay.
Bet.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And again, it's just really good. Like I said, it's hard to describe it, but again, for somebody that isn't looking for a slice of life, isn't looking for any kind of like nice, friendly anime. They just want to see action.
So, in other words, what I'm getting is, if you want depression, watch Berserk.
Yep. Yep.
Despair.
Yep. Absolutely. Like, I don't want to ruin it, but again, I'll save the spoilers for y'all. For like afterwards, where it's just like at one point he meets. It's not necessarily death, but he meets like essentially things that are worse than like.
Damn.
He's just like, if I was just dead, I'd be better off.
Mm.
Like, genuinely.
Okay.
That's a statement.
Because he is followed by, like, the spirit of, like, grief and essentially people that he gets a curse put on him. To where essentially anytime that he's supposed to, like, go to sleep, can't do it. He's haunted by more and more demons that shouldn't be there.
I'm already depressed.
Thank you.
Watch the show.
Thank
That's
you.
just terrible.
I like
Just give you
sleep
a
too
tone.
much.
Just give
Like,
you a
dang.
tone for the show. But again, you're going to watch the show and be like, it's beautiful. It's good. Like, the story
See,
arcs.
and that's
great.
exactly what Erica said, was
Yeah.
that it's good. Like, y'all, she know how we are,
Mhm.
and we appreciate the fact that the show is good versus going through the mental trauma that we're going to be experiencing.
It's worth it. I'll definitely say that. It's worth it. If you're
You
open
probably
to it.
need a therapist afterward.
Yeah,
Probably. But, you know.
possibly.
I've been recommended Death Note a lot too. I've never seen it. I think it's somebody told me because I love horror movies, and somebody was like, "Well, if you like horror movies, and that's a decent anime to watch." And I haven't seen the live action movie. I don't know if it's good or not, but I've had like 2 people tell me to watch Death Note.
When you edit it, I want you to go back and just watch what I just did when
Yeah.
you said what anime you were talking about. I just need you to just go back and watch it when you edit it. Or whenever y'all get this edited, because listen, Death Note was, I'm not gonna knock Death Note. It was cool. Like, it was fine. However, I feel like the other series that they did, that mangaka did, Platinum End, was just better. And this is my personal opinion. I say that because we got to see the death aspect of things. Yes. We got to see it from the Shinigami side of things. Yes. Cool. Light was just a little too much for me. Like, it's cool to be Light is a genius. And he lets you know very early on that he is a genius. But he's one of those geniuses
Right.
that's just very narcissistic.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of got on my nerves a lot. So whenever Platinum End came out and got to watch that, Platinum End is not like, it's Death Note, but instead of Shinigami, it's angels.
Oh shit.
So, like, the way that one starts off, I absolutely despise what the main character is at the beginning, because think season 1 Deku.
Oh,
It's,
oh my
it's
God!
a
That's
hard watch.
like first 10 episodes. I'll
very,
It's a hard
yes, like it's
It's a hard watch. But, like,
because like at the same time, like it's like you fighting with your morals, and I don't knock it because this character is something new that he has never dealt with before. So the fact that you asking me to go against my morals that I've had set in place all these, however old the fuck he was,
right.
you know, it's like you asking me to do something that's different from what, completely
Out
different.
of my bars, like
I'm not supposed to kill. You asking me to kill. That's not something that I'm comfortable doing. You know, stuff like that. But like the way that Platinum End was set up, it was just, to me, I liked the main character more after we got past his Deku. Austin phase. Like after we got past that and we made it to where he legit had his morals made up at that point, and that's a one season. Yeah. It's one season too, so you can get through that in one season. But like I said, I just feel like that's better than Death Note because Light was just. We ain't got to do all this damn laugh and just write the fucking name and go. Simple as that.
I've heard a lot about not the show, but a lot about the first episode of what's that show called? The craziest episode, Goblin Slayer. I think that's what it is. I heard the first episode was crazy.
Have you seen Goblin Slayer?
We hadn't watched it. I just know. I know. Like Twitter is.
It's on YouTube.
Twitter is.
I heard it was
the entire
crazy.
thing is on YouTube.
Oh, I know.
It's on YouTube. Again, I've been to the point where people tell me, "Hey, watch that, Johnny."
Yeah.
I go, "Huh? Okay." And then I watch. How the hell is this on YouTube? I showed you.
No, I haven't seen it. I just heard it.
Oh my God.
My buddy or dude that Cody plays Magic with, Keaton. Mm-hmm. He was telling us about it, and he was going into detail, and I was like, "What the?"
And the craziest part is, I think they do that for shock appeal because it doesn't. The show is not like that at all.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me. Yeah,
and I'm just like,
okay. So it's just to get you hooked, basically.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because again, I ended up having it on for, I guess, background noise because again, I was not paying attention. I looked up and I was like. They are a lot more chill than they was in that first episode. The first episode is worst case scenario.
Oh, yeah.
Genuinely. Worst case scenario. What's the worst thing you could think of for... It's like a RPG, like an MMO RPG almost, where it's just like... It's a isekai, like Sword Art.
Oh, okay, got you.
But instead of it being... It's not an isekai because it's not in a game, but that's their reality.
Yeah.
It's just like that. So, again, just like anybody... clearing dungeon mobs in any like game you play. You get a team together, y'all got a team, y'all gonna go through and clear. You got a healer, you got a tank, you got a fighter, you got a mage, stuff like that.
So it sounds like solo leveling. The way that solo leveling is,
I think it's closer to Sword Art. I mean, again, I haven't actually watched Solo Leveling. But
dude, the first 2 episodes of Solo Leveling had me hooked.
Hooked already?
It was
the first 2 episodes is that's where we were just like, all right. Maybe we need to watch this.
Yeah, when
that's
they're in
the
or in that dungeon or whatever with the god statues. And
yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, what the fuck? And I think it's cool that, what's the main character? Jinwoo?
Yeah, Jinwoo.
I think it's cool. The concept is cool how he can like put points towards like strength or, speed.
That's why I recommend getting the mobile game.
Yeah,
I definitely recommend getting the mobile game.
Yeah. Have y'all watched Ninja Kamui?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't watch today's episode. Yes.
Can I voice my? All right.
The
listen.
floor is open. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but I've heard people was trying to tell me that it fell off already, and I was like,
Ninja Kamui and its story with the main character is so good. It is so good.
See the first episode.
Like. Yeah, like that right there is what got me with this show, okay? Later on, in a couple of episodes or whatever, we are introduced to gear that these ninja from the tech people can use, which in itself sounds like it would be fire. Ninjas with tech suits fighting, yo, this gonna be gas.
Turned them into mechs.
They turned them into mechs. Okay? Not only did they turn them into mechs, they put them as CGI mechs. And I'm sorry, the fact that like Ninja Kamui, I was there for it for the story, but the CGI mechs is really just kind of. And I finished it just to because I was already invested into it so deep. I was like, I finished it, but the mechs.
Yeah. That's what I saw, and like again, I was watching. I was like, damn, okay, this looks good. I saw all the hype. Same with Kagurabachi.
See, I've heard Kagurabachi is good.
And I read the first 3 chapters. I was like, okay, this is.
I read the first chapter. Let's be honest, I couldn't do it.
I mean,
I couldn't do it.
It's fair. Because again, like I see where they're coming from, and then when they start talking about like the goldfish, was just I go, hold on now, what?
I was just I gave up because like I read that first chapter and I was like, I know it's the first chapter, I do, but we got to do something different than what we do because this ain't it, bro.
Did you see the hype beside it though?
Yes, like people are gassing it up.
It dropped and it was being ranked top 5, where say the other 4 would be like Vinland Saga, JJK, My Hero, and Attack on Titan at the time. It's like, how the it just dropped and it's ranked up here with these, and I'm talking about like the first few chapters are ranked up there. I'm like,
meanwhile, people are still talking crap about Boruto, and Boruto is absolute heat right now.
Two Blue Vortex is heat. The
Like
regular
that,
Boruto manga was just like,
it got better at the end. It got better at the end to set up Two Blue Vortex.
Yes.
Like literally,
time skip.
We had to have time skip.
Needed it.
We had to.
And I mean, you knew it was coming because the first episode.
That's how
Boruto,
they started off, was with that time skip.
With Boruto versus Kawaki, and it's like,
and then you don't meet that motherfucker for it.
and you sitting there watching, like, what is going on?
Like, who he fighting? Why he look like older Naruto?
Exactly.
Ain't this a
Where
show
he at?
about kids?
Yeah.
When the hell he get so goddamn grown?
Yeah. You got a sword. What do you got a sword for?
What's
Sasuke
wrong with his
dead
eye?
thing?
What's wrong with this man's eye?
That pure eye. 'Cause I definitely, for the longest time, I was like, oh, it's Byakugan. It's his mama. No.
I like,
Nah.
that's the one thing I can say, is that when they played that out, that whole scene with the dude from the moon that Naruto had
Ishiki?
fought. I thought it was Taneri or something. Because he showed up in that movie. That was that one villain that showed up in the movie with Naruto and Hinata. And because he was the one that kidnapped Hinata in the movie or whatever. And he showed up in Boruto like, yo, you the one with them eyes. Yeah, you got that one eye. It's going to be like, you going to go through some shit. Fuck you mean? I've been waiting on this man to go through some shit forever.
Man, because I first heard about that, and it kind of blew my mind because it was like, essentially, it's to me, it felt like it was the ascension of the Byakugan.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, the Sharingan, they have different levels to it. The Byakugan had a new level. Was it the Tensaigan or whatever?
Yep, Tensaigan.
With that, that's how they have access to be able to, like, gravitationally pull down, like, the moon. And shit. Like, they can move shit like that. And I was like, oh, damn. So this is going to be hard. So I'm watching Boruto, The Next Generation, thinking, like, damn, when are you about to do this? Hello, motherfucker. Like, do something. And I'm just like, I'm like 60 episodes in. And I'm just like,
bro, the only thing I'm going to say, without spoiling anything for anybody that watches Boruto or is reading the manga and just haven't made it this far.
hang in there.
Boruto, that dude, bro, like, the fact that he take after his grandpa. If y'all don't know who his grandpa is, that is the 4th Hokage,
What?
Minato,
The leader of the
Namikaze. Namikaze.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, he take after his grandpa. So just know that this man is a genius. And who is his sensei? The one and only.
Hokage.
The one and only Sasuke Uchiha.
Yep.
Like that right there.
Yeah.
That right there. The fact that who his grandpa is and this man is training with Sasuke is like
the entire time skip, he's been trained under Sasuke. That's why he now has a sword.
Like that man,
headband.
Sasuke's dead ass told him, I ain't got nothing else to train you, so we done.
Yeah.
Like legit. That was like chapter fucking what, 1, 2?
2 at the
2?
latest.
Like he told him straight up, he said, hey, we done training because
You got it.
You got it. I ain't nothing else I can teach you.
That's great.
Yeah. And he was like, all right, cool. Let's go back and handle business.
You know, this whole time we've been sitting up here talking about all of these anime. And I done brought the GOAT sword over here and we ain't talked about his show yet.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time left.
We gotta talk about
We
it.
ain't talked about it
All
at all.
right. Like I said, we usually play a game, but like I said, we've been so wrapped up in conversation. I feel like it's great because we still, like, during our episode, we have gone through and still pick favorites.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and say it one more time. Favorite, we've all watched Demon Slayer. Favorite demon, favorite Hashira. I want both.
Kyoku.
Oh, Gyotaro.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Gyotaro.
I'm making sure.
Gyotaro.
Because Gyoko was, what, level upper 4?
Yeah.
That's why I was just like, hold on. Because Gyotaro was upper 6.
Yeah. Gyotaro. I knew you were going to say Gyotaro.
My sister, my beautiful sister.
It's a
Goated.
good one.
Goated.
I'm a hater. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care. I'm just making it clear. Like, when they start looking at my face when she says Rigoku, it's because I'm a hater. Also, spoiler alert, don't judge. My barber is in the hospital.
Listen.
So, again, forgive it.
I feel like we all don't even have to say his name, but, you know, we're going to put some respect on it.
Tanjiro?
The Flame Hashira himself, Rengoku. Favorite demon? It's not Akaza. We absolutely despise him.
I'm about to say it.
we despise him.
Love it.
Favorite demon is... This is going to sound cliche, but Nezuko. Nezuko. Like, the growth in Nezuko, like, not just saying the anime, what we've seen in the anime, but we've read some stuff, and the progression, Nezuko's character, development.
That's the one thing I can't get spoiled on.
I got you. You're good. You're good. You don't have to worry about that.
You said what, you can't or you don't want to? Because I think I can.
Go ahead.
All right. Favorite Hashira. Not the weak ass man. Y'all been claiming weak.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I think my favorite one might be the flashy god himself.
Yeah.
That's actually my second. That's my second.
And like I said, I'm kept up with the manga, so I know what they're all gonna do and all capable of. I feel like if I say Guillaume, he hasn't really done enough in the anime for me to say that.
Who growing on me though? Sonami. Sonami is growing on me.
Yes, but I still like Genya better.
I do too.
Because that's hard. All right, my favorite Hashira and demon, Genya. Now let me stop. My favorite demon. Because you already said Akaza, I'm not gonna say it. I really like Akaza, but it's a fight between Akaza and the nigga that hates him most. Doma.
Listen. I am so ready for Doma's stuff to be animated, bruh.
And I gotta sit here and look at him every day and go, I can't say that. Shit. I think I ended up telling him about who he ends up fighting, but only the main character out of the trio.
Listen.
Oh, yeah.
I told you I have a daughter that is also into anime. Last year when we was going to Comic-Con last year, we're in the car on our way. She looks at me and she says, I know one thing. I better not see anybody dressed up as Doma. She know. I'm just saying, she know.
Like I said, Doma is just him.
Doma built different.
Absolutely.
He is built different than all of them other demons.
Because you think about the way they all had to get their power. The way they all got their power was ravaging savages and, going through, breaking into villages, eating everybody, snatching them. Doma said, how about this? How about y'all worship me as a god and just sacrifice yourself? And I'm going to eat good. And guess what he did? Ate good, boy. Let me tell you.
If we had to compare him to anybody, that is the Sukuna of the series.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
That is the Sukuna of Demon Slayer.
And he's the number 2. Like, that's the craziest part about it because Kokushibo is cool. He does his thing.
That's just it.
But it's like the lore behind him is cooler than he is.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if it's now because he walked that path and he's like ashamed or just like on the fence. But it's like he don't really appeal to you. Whereas Doma, hold up. That motherfucker.
Doma built way different, bro.
And he showed it. That's what made me so hyped. Like, you've seen it in the last season when they had the meeting at the Infinity Castle and Doma and Akaza were talking. And I was like, how the fuck you up? Took his head off, right? and then Doma instantly regenerated and was just like, "Oh, that was fun." And then Kokichi was like, "Y'all stop playing around." Doma was like, "Oh, all right, well, whatever." And it, like, not affected by the fact that the motherfucker took his head off.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, that's hard. So,
Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead.
Mine are cliches. Fuck.
All right, well,
Go.
we appreciate. No, I'm playing.
I mean, I don't remember his name though. I almost said, what was the demon's name? He was upper, the little crybaby, the little dude, but he.
Oh,
Hantangu or whatever.
yeah, Hantangu.
Yeah. I
Oh, you talking about
enjoyed that.
the last part that he summoned out that was fighting against Mitsuri?
Yeah,
the last little
I thought
emotion
that shit
demon.
was really cool. But
That was pretty nice.
When
I
he snatched
can't
up
lie.
Tanjiro, that was hard. Tanjiro had that blade in him. He was like, I just got cut through. He said, fuck you.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think my favorite is Nezuko, and then I feel like I have to say Tengen. I feel like I have to.
The
Bro.
flashiest.
I have to.
flashy one.
Hey, but I do
Hey.
like the
Rewatch.
I suck with names. The Miss Hashira.
Retired.
What's the
Tokito.
Yeah, Tokito. Yeah. But I think I'll stick with Nezuko and
Yuichiro, or
Tengen.
was it Yuichiro or Muichiro? I don't know. Fucking, they ruined me. They fucked me up. But like, he's a twin. No, it's like I never remember which one is name. It's either Muichiro or
Muichiro. It's Muichiro.
Yeah, I think
Tokito.
I'll just have to stick with Nezuko and Tengen just because I love them both. Like
Listen.
the last not the Hashira training, but the what is that? What's that called?
Swordsmith.
Yeah, it about made me shed some tears, man. When I seen
Oh, at the end?
when I seen Nezuko, I was like, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
You see her skin burning.
Yeah, and she like kicks Tanjiro. I was like, all
Go
right,
be great, brother.
all right.
That man was in the air for a long time. I don't care what
Man.
nobody say.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time to call him out on their bullshit. What do you think about Tanjiro thunder breathing?
I mean,
Thank you.
okay, if we being completely honest,
I said, boo.
if we being completely honest, since the author for the manga straight up told us that they ain't nothing really happening and they don't see anything, it's just like he learned the technique from his homie. It is what it is. Like that's literally what I chalked it up to. He learned the technique from his homie. He
That's
learned to do what his
exactly what
homie
it is.
did.
But at the same time, I don't care. I don't want to see that.
How he do that with a broke foot?
He's like, and then he talked about it. And again, it's life spoiler. My bad, brother. But
Okay.
again, it's the first episode where they're doing the new shit. He's like, "Hey, Zenitsu, man, glad to see you. While I was out there at the Swordsman's Village Art, I practiced that shit you was telling me about that thunder breathing. I cut his head off. I go, it don't make me feel any better. It made me feel worse. It made me feel like, fuck you. Fuck him too. If anything, they should have just had Genya shoot everybody. Like that.
And what pissed me off about that is that happened after this motherfucker had bit this man head like a rabid damn
See
dog.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
Like
walking in.
that right there made me mad. Like, what? Don't thank him now.
His intro was hilarious because he said that shit and then he just said, bounced off. I was like, bro, you just had his head in your mouth. Ain't like,
Man,
wait.
bro still got bite marks
Bite
all
marks
up on his forehead.
And that's one reason I do fuck with like a lot of anime, but specifically Demon Slayer because they do have the comic relief in it.
Demon Slayer is definitely one of them ones. Like you appreciate that comic relief a lot more because of what you went through, like what you just watched.
The first
you kind of
episode-
feel like you done went through it too because you was up there just.
Stressing.
In our case, we know what's coming.
Oh yeah.
But like watching it play out on in the anime, you don't know where the anime gonna stop the fight at.
Right,
So
right.
you watching just as nervous like everybody else watching.
Like I said, I did enjoy the introduction when Zenitsu came back because everybody, of course, after that big fight, everybody's back at the little training area.
They got fucked up. Shit, what the fuck you mean?
But Zenitsu shows back up, and you remember the last thing Nezuko did was like talk. She was like saying something. She was like, hi or bye or something like that. At the end, it was like, excuse me, you talking?
Oh yeah, when she's yeah.
So
yeah.
Zenitsu, he come back and all the like little girls are there, and the people that are helping them rehabilitate and all that there. Hey Zenitsu, blah blah blah. He's like, "What's up, everybody? Did y'all miss me?" No, not really. So anyway, we already glad you back though. And then he sees like a little spin wheel, like the little, I don't know, the pinwheel thing, like be on a stick.
Yeah.
And they spin. Sees a couple of them go to the wood wall. And he's like, "What the fuck?" Nezuko pops her head out. Middle of the day. This is it. Dropped out. I was like, "What the fuck, Nezuko? Oh my
In
God.
the daytime.
You love me, don't you? Blah, 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 blah." She goes, "Welcome back, Inosuke."
Oh,
I'ma kill him. That shit was so funny.
And he said, like, all the smiles just going, he's like, "I'm gonna fuck him up." And then it shows, like, the cut, like a flashback. Inosuke had got back first. And he's like, "Oh, is Nezuko talking?" Inosuke. Inosuke. Like, Joe, for like 20 minutes, he was just, Inosuke.
Inosuke. Big boss Inosuke.
Yeah,
Like, bro.
she learned how to say Inosuke, and that's all she could say.
damn.
But again, man, this was a great episode. I'm glad we actually had more verse people in there. Not that our friends aren't versed, but again, this was just a coalition. Like I said, if y'all want to take a little time, shout out your podcast, where they can find you, what you guys talk about.
Yeah.
So we are on Spotify, Pandora, shit, literally everywhere you can listen to a podcast, we there.
Yep.
But the podcast is Smoking Weeb. And again, we dabble, as y'all can see, in anime and pop culture. Like I said, we dabble. We don't dive full on into it. We just dabble, kind of walk the outer rim, Because anime is not popular in the slightest bit. It's not. But y'all can catch us. We got episodes dropping. They dropping. We won't say when they dropping because y'all life. If you listen to the shows, life be lifing. I'm gonna say it every episode because life gonna keep on lifing. So just keep looking. There's gonna be new episodes. There's a new episode coming soon. I just gotta get it edited. Right. But we coming with it. We coming with it.
Put the title. Have Chase put the title right here.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know you're a little bit taller, maybe right here.
Yeah.
Or right here.
Somewhere.
All right. Okay.
Damn, wherever you want. Wherever you want.
Put it over here.
But again, we definitely appreciate y'all coming through, linking up.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, we had a
it's
good
been
episode.
fun.
Tom flew.
Oh,
Like I said,
real quick.
go ahead.
Before we end this, I need to give a big, giant shout out to our number one fan, my grandma. She made our sign up there.
Like I said,
She sunk some money into it.
That's nice.
It's actual, like, way more
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Grandma, man.
She killed it.
Shout
She's
out
our
Grandma.
number one
That's
fan.
what every episode.
Every single episode we got to shout her. Because, I just get to talk. I get to yapping, if you will. And I say some things that my grandma probably don't need to hear. So he reminds me, he's like, shout out Grandma. I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's one of the
Grandma.
funniest parts about it because it's like every time I started going in that other kind of conversation where it's like, man, there's one time I had this chick come over. Like, shout out Grandma, by the way. It's like, ooh, on that note, let's change the subject.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I saw it again. We were sitting here one day and we didn't release like the same time we normally release. We try to release on Mondays around like noon,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't release then. And it was like Monday, or it might have been like Tuesday at like 10 in the morning. We were linked up going to get breakfast or something like that. And she had left him a text and like a voicemail. It was just like, hey, just calling to check on you. I've seen you guys didn't release an episode this week. I'm just trying to see where the episode. That's why I was just like, oh yeah,
Man.
she's genuinely
That's what's
like
up.
number one fan. If
Yeah.
anybody else wants to, Kobe, don't put us
Yeah.
into her.
He
Like,
probably ain't even wore the clothes he got for the giveaway.
that's what I'm saying. He got a whole giveaway with
Punk
drip, plenty of drip, shirt, hat, keychains, stickers,
Yeah.
you name it.
And
Pacifier.
pacifier. I felt real bad because my grandma,
Like Coenma.
she was talking to like my dad and everybody to see where I was the day that was finished because she had been working on it for a while. It took her a while, and she came out here to my house. I was at my mom's swimming, and she was trying to like, yeah, she was trying to like surprise me. You know, like she hid her car behind my place and trying to really surprise me. And I called my dad. I was like, hey, I won't be home for a little while. I'm gonna go to the movies. And he's like, dude, you're ruining your grandma's plans. And he's like, she's trying to surprise you in the middle of an episode with that. And I was like, damn, my bad. So big shout out, Grandma.
Huge shout out, Grandma.
We appreciate it. Love you very much.
Shout out Grandma.
And again, like I said, this is the first collaboration, but hopefully not the last.
Yep.
We appreciate y'all pulling up.
We'll be
yeah,
back,
for
man.
sure.
We'll definitely. If y'all have us back on, we will be
Absolutely.
back.
You're
We
welcome
will be back.
anytime.
Oh yeah.
But again, like I said, it's been another episode of Yap City. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yep.
Until the next time, Yap City out.
Go check them out.